All right, so we got our first, well, not our first, but we've been getting quite a few failures with the cryo grip sheet here. So we're gonna just do some quick cleaning of this. I guess we're just gonna start off with some water, a light brush, and hopefully that fixes this plate, and so we'll see. All right, so I'm not even gonna use any Dawn dish soap. Actually, it says that you're not supposed to use dish soap. It says you're supposed to use dishwashing detergent. So I don't even know if Dawn, I guess it does, right? Dawn says dishwashing liquid, so I guess it does work. This sponge already has some Dawn dish soap on it, so we're just gonna do a light scrub on this and see how that fixes the plate, and we'll go from there. So I'm only gonna do one side this time. Just wanted to test how effective cleaning these sheets are with a little bit of water and a little bit of soap. All right, so that'll do it. I left this little strip on here to know that this is the side that I cleaned, and we're gonna test it. All right, off the bat, it already looks much cleaner than it did before. I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but it came off with this printer. And so we're just gonna put this guy right back and see. We'll check back later today or tomorrow. It was printing these owls. Oh my God, I can't even get this guy on. It was printing the owls, so we're gonna try the same print on here to see if maybe, I think it was printing owls on here. Owls. What? Oh no, it's printing ducks, a duck. Fortunately, we're out of plastic, so let me just reload this plastic real quick. All right, new plastic in. We're gonna get this guy started up. I just saw over here that this guy has also just failed. So we're gonna give this guy a quick wash also. So, I mean, right, these build plates are consumables. If you expect these to work perfectly all the time, forever and ever, then you're probably gonna be in for some bad luck. But yeah, there's another failure. So we're gonna get this guy cleaned off again with some water, a little bit of soap, and put this guy back on. Okay, so maybe there's some electricians in the comments that can assist me a little bit with what's going on. Over the past couple of days, there are some printers that basically kind of just freeze like this. And I was here one day restarting this rack of printers, and the UPS went on battery. The breaker didn't trip. Nothing happened, but I noticed that the battery flicked on these, and some of these P1P printers sort of just shut off because this only supports 6 printers plugged into it. So there's 9 here, so only 6 of them are plugged into the battery. The other 3 kind of just powered off. And the breaker in the electrical box didn't trip. So I think what's happening is that this is a 200 amp breaker here. I think that we are overloading the breaker, meaning that I'm drawing more than 200 amps in the total building. Even though these are on their own dedicated 20 amp breakers, I think that there's too much power being drawn, and power is being allocated to different places at certain times, causing the UPS to go on battery at some point, even without the breaker being tripped. Again, I'm not an electrician, but that is my thought and my thesis on the situation. I'm not really sure how to fix it other than, one, upgrading my entire electrical box to a bigger size box, or if I just can't have this many printers printing at the same time in this space. So like I said, if anybody's an electrician, can share their thoughts, let me know what's going on. That would be greatly appreciated. All right, so I decided to buy 8 more AMS systems from Bamboo Lab. You do get a 10% discount when you buy multiple. The only thing is that you're paying for shipping. So I was debating at one point, if I should just go to Micro Center and pick up some AMS units to save on shipping. However, my local Micro Center only has 4 AMS units. So I might still do that if I need more. But the idea here is I'm gonna be filling up the top P1P printers here, all with AMS units. So really I could do 3, 6, and then also all over here, not 9, and then all these back here if I really wanted to. Right now I just printed 8. I ordered more of the Cryo grip build plates, and essentially multicolor prints I'll be able to do either turtles, more minis. We've just been mass producing these eggs that we have plenty of eggs. So when I switched these over to multicolor printing. Honestly, I should have done this probably months ago. So that is my fault for not being super efficient and optimizing the farm as best as I could. I didn't expect us to have this much of a inventory of these eggs. So when those get set in, we're gonna get them set up. What I'm gonna do right now is print out some risers for the P1P. That'll just sit on top here, and then the AMS will sit on top of the riser. So we're gonna check on Maker World to see if I can find a file so that the AMS can go on top. I know you can put it on, but I wanted something to, when I put this on the top of it, it was kind of hitting the wiring and the PTFE tubing there. I guess you could loop it through this hole, right? I think that's what you're supposed to do. Loop it through that hole to prevent that issue. So maybe I'll have to do that to prevent that. Maybe I don't need the risers. All right, so here I am on one of the P1S units, and I was just trying to look at how the wiring sort of came through here. I don't know if you can see, but it does go in through the back. There's like a little slit back there, right there, where the cable goes through. So I think you have to loop it through the hole in the P1P, this hole here, to prevent issues with the cord. All right, so with the addition of these new AMS units, I think that's going to be the final capital expenditures that we spend on this space in terms of more printers and more hardware. I have to figure out exactly what's going on with this electrical issue. I'm hoping that I don't need to upgrade the panel, but if push comes to shove and I'm staying here for the next 5 years, 4 years at this point, it might be worth it for me to upgrade it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But for now, I think in terms of the amount of printers we have here, AMS units, plastic, we're pretty much set for the rest of the year. We have another batch of 1,000 rows of plastic coming in the next couple of weeks. That's just going to be our solid colors like blue, green, yellow, red. It's not going to be the dual silk and tricolors. I think I'm probably going to hold off until maybe closer to after Black Friday or towards the middle of December to order more plastic. That way I can get ready for the next year. But right now, really we're just focusing on getting these mini animals out. Also our fidget turtle clickers. We have a backlog of a lot of stuff here. These are all of our animals. Yeah, for the most part, everything is kind of up and running and operational. Yeah. All right, so today we're going to be fixing up this AMS light unit here. We have one A1 in the back there that is missing an AMS. The issue with this is a broken slot 3. So I had ordered an AMS motor for the AMS light. We're just going to replace the whole thing here. There it is. Shouldn't be too bad. And then get this guy up and running. All right, so a couple weeks ago I did a giveaway for these Bamboo Lab textured PI sheets. I'm just getting these shipped out now. I apologize for the delay. So if you guys are waiting for these in my community, I apologize. I'm going to get these shipped out today. Just had to figure out, I guess, how to ship these. And I'm taking these this old packaging that I bought. These are from Temu that I bought. So I'm just going to use these cardboard inserts, take the new ones out, and ship out these to the winners of the giveaway. All right, label, good to go. All right, so replacing the AMS light unit in here is actually pretty simple. You just unscrew these 2 screws right here, pop off this cap. There's another screw that holds the bottom part over here. And then once you unscrew that piece, you basically just take this out. This is the old one. Well, this is the old one, but the new one looks exactly like this. You just put in the spring here, and then you just slot it back in and screw everything back together. So hopefully that fixed the issue. We're gonna get this set up and see. All right, let's see, a moment of truth. This is slot 3 here. Here's the plastic, and hopefully we'll see if replacing this fixed it. But before, it wouldn't even feed the filament properly. So let's see. So it's still not feeding properly. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it still refuses to feed. Not really sure what's going on. But you know what? Luckily there's 4 slots to this. So we're just gonna use this in one of the other slots for now. Maybe after the new year, when I have some actual time to fix this stuff, I'll go back and figure out what's going on. But for now, we're just going to use the other slots. I'm going to write a note on this sticky that this one is still damaged, but I did replace the feeder unit in here, so that way I will know for next year when I have time to fix this. All right, so unfortunately I have no idea what happened or what's going on, honestly. Just put a note that slot 3 is broken and that I will hopefully fix this in the new year. Luckily the turtles that we're printing now only require 3 colors, so we have pink, white, and black for our dragon fruit turtles. We're gonna get this guy started up after it finishes its firmware update. All right, so I ordered these like 2 days ago and they just came already, all 8 right now. And so we're gonna get these outfitted on, let's see, I think we're gonna do these 6 first up here, since these are newer. I guess I'll just wait till these finish, maybe. This one I could probably stop. All right, so we'll stop this guy for now. And then we'll do, I don't know if I want to do them over here. Probably start over here, so I'll stop this guy as well. And then these are already printing. See if any of over here are they're done. Okay, these over here are done, so I can put some on these as well. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Also, TikTok has launched their Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals early, so we're going to be making some video content for those products on TikTok as well. All right, disregard my previous statement. These actually are perforated 12 inches. So they rip at 12 inches somewhere here. So there you go. I don't know why, for some reason I thought it wasn't perforated, but they are. So these rolls, I bought 8 of them. One's here. We fit 5 of them up here on this shelf. And then the remaining 2 are on top of there. So we're probably gonna pre-rip some of these sheets and put them in our packing station so that it's easier to pack. This cost me it was about $500 for all 8 rolls. I don't know if that's super expensive or not, but I did get a free gift with Uline. But I figured I'd just buy this for packing. $500. This will probably last me the entire year, to be honest. I was using this brown paper for the longest time, but doing some quick math, this is actually more expensive because paper actually weighs obviously more than just air bubbles. And we were using, between 2 to 3 sheets when packing stuff. Now we can just use basically 1 sheet of this bubble wrap and it'll be good to go. Okay, this is probably one of the biggest updates that I was waiting for within Bamboo Studio is when you have a 3MF file. In the past versions of Bamboo Studio, when you split this object to parts, or even to objects or parts, doesn't matter what you do, it would essentially revert the entire model back to whatever was your primary color in slot 1. So if I were to split this into objects or parts in the previous version of Bamboo Studio, it would revert all of the pieces to red, which means that it would get rid of all of the coloring here that was already pre-colored. But now with the new version of Bamboo Studio, and the reason I'm doing this is because I wanted to have the keycaps in the middle, right, a solid green color. I can just print these keycaps on a standalone P1P and not use an AMS system. So if I split to object now, check this out, it keeps the coloring, which is amazing because basically what I want to do is I'll add another plate and I'll just move this centerpiece over and I don't need it in this. It basically just saves time and I'm not printing multicolor this green when I don't need to. So it's going to save a whole ton of a lot more time, and the beauty of it is I don't need to recolor any of this thanks to the new version of Bamboo Studio. So this is one of the things that I'm going to go back and edit all of these files and reslice everything because it's going to save so much time. And this doesn't just apply to these fruit turtles. Well, it does apply to the fruit turtles, but it doesn't just apply to the strawberry fruit turtle. Things like orange, kiwi, green apple, they all have different tops where you don't need them to be multicolor. They're single color, but they're part of the multicolor 3MF file that you get when you download the file. So that's a cool thing with Bamboo Studio. And yeah, we're gonna get this resliced and sent off to the printers. So I thought I'd just bust out my camera and record this. The power to the entire warehouse just went out. I think they're doing some work on the electrical lines outside, but this is kind of funny. These are running on the batteries of the UPS. Estimated runtime, 2 minutes, 4 minutes. I don't expect that this is gonna last very long. Unfortunately, it looks like all of these are gonna be messed up prints. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I wish they kind of warned us ahead of time. You can see that they're working on the power lines right there. I don't know how long the power is going to be out for. Unfortunately, we'll see. All right, so the print farm is slowly dying. Everything is about to shut off in about the next, well, this one's running for the next 4 minutes, but some of these already are off battery. 0 minutes. I don't know what they're doing with the power, honestly, but hopefully it would be nice if this turned back on in the next 2 minutes. Unfortunately, it looks like these are all going to be failed prints, failed print, failed print, failed print. Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Some of these are running for a bit longer, which is kind of cool. But this is the first time that something like this has ever happened. Obviously, there's nothing you can do about it. I'm not sure if one of the power lines in the neighboring buildings got taken down, and that's why they're doing work on it. But we'll see. Luckily, there's plenty of work to do without power. Assembling turtles, assembling our 5-packs. Let's see what we're doing. All right, since the power's out, I got me and Chris here clipping away at these clickers. So we're just clipping off these metal pins. Chris has his batch over there. Flip away. All right, but I guess that's gonna do it for this video. I will give you guys an update on what else there is to come. Yeah, that's gonna do it. And just as I was recording that, the power just flipped back on. So we're gonna see how many of these we can salvage. Fortunately, some of these are still printing. But let's give it a go. All right, I'm not gonna record this process. We actually got to try to restart all these printers before shit hits. Hopefully they are salvageable, maybe not. We're gonna go and just reprint a bunch of these and see if there's any noticeable layer shifts or not.